Your conclusion and your opening are actually very closely related to each other. Your closing and your opening are the only two parts of your presentation that I recommend you memorize. Everything else you just know. Your conclusion is going to be developed based on your introduction. How did you gain the audience's attention? You're trying to tell the audience that we've gone full circle. The introduction and the conclusion should be like bookends to each other. When you deliver your closing, the audience should understand we've come full circle. I know more than I used to know, and now we're finished. Right before you conclude, you need to summarize everything that you've presented, a brief overview of what you've talked about. And then your conclusion, it almost matches your introduction. One way to think about it is that the conclusion is actually the same as the introduction, but your audience is different, and that's the difference. So if you make a promise at the beginning of your presentation, then at the end, you need to demonstrate to the audience that you've delivered on that promise. If you've told a dramatic story at the beginning of the presentation, you need to come back to that dramatic story and provide an ending to it, a happy ending, an alternate ending. You need people to understand that you're done. People will know that the presentation is finished. However, they will be hesitant to begin clapping, so don't be surprised if there's silence. You're going to hear advice that says you should never thank your audience because they should be thanking you for the presentation. But sometimes you need to tell people, it's over, start clapping. And you can do this by saying, thank you. Then the audience will clap. Sometimes having a question and answer period is a part of your presentation. Resist the temptation to do the question and answer period before your conclusion. You want to deliver a fantastic presentation, conclude effectively, say thank you, enjoy the applause, and then say, we'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. If you take the questions before your dramatic closing, you can lose a lot of momentum. You can lose the drama. So go ahead, finish that presentation completely, and then ask for questions at the end.